And we welcome you to Crypto.com Arena. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and welcome back to another edition of my 2025-2026 season playthrough project from NBA2K26. And we have Game 1 of the Western Conference Semifinals series featuring the 8th-seeded San Antonio Spurs and the number 5-seeded Los Angeles Lakers as we look at the starting lineups here. For the Spurs, we got Fox, Castle, Vassell, Sohan getting his third straight start, and Wembayama getting the start at center. For the Lakers, we got Doncic, Cameron Thomas, LeBron James, Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton getting to the playoff paths pretty soon here as Spurs will win the tip. De'Aaron Fox had himself quite the last few games of the series. Took over, basically. He averaged 30 points in that 7-game series, but I wonder if that took off from games 4 through 7 as you see Fox with the bucket there. He only averaged 23.2 points during the regular season. Ayton coming around, that is no good. And Wembayama grabbing a rebound here. The Spurs, the 8th-seeded, pulled off the upset. As you see, that's a Vassell miss right there. Ayton will grab the rebound. Over to Cameron Thomas. Thomas feeding it over to Luka Doncic, 14 on the shot clock, back to Hachimura. Over to DeAndre Ayton, the former number 1 pick in 2018. Over to Luka. Luka will shoot the 3, no good. We got De'Aaron Fox going on to that right now. We got 15 on the shot clock here. The Spurs, the 8th seed, pulled off the upset in 7 games over the Los Angeles Clippers. They see Fox shooting the bucket. That's going to fall out, and Doncic will come down with the rebound. Crosses the half-court line here as we're approaching 2 minutes and a half into the first quarter. That series against the Clippers, the home team won every game from games 1 through 6. And there's a bucket by Cameron Thomas here. He averaged 22.5 points per game in the regular season. We are tied at 2. But then, ironically, the Spurs blew out the Clippers by 40 points to win that game in 7 games. Win that series in 7 games. Wembayama, he's coming around now. He'll get the bucket up. That is no good. LeBron grabbing a rebound. James feeding it over to Doncic. He'll put it up for 3. No good. Wembayama grabbing a rebound. For the Spurs, they're going to stay overnight for what I heard. After the Clipper game, as De'Aaron Fox will shoot the 3, that's in there, and it's 5-2. If the game commentary is on, you have Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson on the call. Cameron Thomas for 3, that's no good. Sohan grabbing a rebound. They inserted Jeremy Sohan into the starting lineup in Game 6. They ended up winning that one, kept him in Game 7, and see Wembayama with the bucket there, Sohan with the assist. So they ended up winning the 2 games with Sohan in the starting lineup, and they thought, keep him in the lineup. You see Thomas will shoot the 3. That's in there. Cameron Thomas, he has 5 points. He averaged 21 points in the 3 games, on average, 21 points per game during the 3 games against the Lakers in the regular season. Vassell, no good. LeBron James grabbing the rebound. Get over to Cameron Thomas, back over to Luka Doncic. That is slam dunk is in there. Hachimura with his first points, and we are tied at 7. Luka with the assist. As I said, De'Aaron Fox averaged 30 points a game in that 7-game series. There's a miss right there. Luka Doncic. Feed it over to James. He'll shoot the 3. That's in there. That's an 8-0 run by the Lakers, and the lead is up to 3 for the Lakers. Their first time they're leading in this game. LeBron also averaged 30 points a game, as Stephon Castle will get his first points of the game, and we are tied at 10. Doncic fighting over to Hachimura. The Spurs in real life. You see LeBron James shooting the 3. That's in there, and the lead is up to 3 again. De'Aaron Fox, and we'll have our first timeout called. 7:22 to play in the first. The Lakers with a 3-point lead. Coming out of timeout here, we look at DeAndre Ayton. He is the leading shooter right now with over 83% shooting. But we do have it's a good series going on here. We got the Spurs, as I said, they won their series in 5 games. They're set to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves in real life. And that game, you see Sohan with the bucket there. He averaging 6.3 points a game during the 7-game series. The IRL Spurs are going to set to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I see LeBron James coming with the layup. That's good. And the lead is up to 3 once again for the Lakers. And by the time this video comes out, we will already been completed with game number 1 of that series. And then we got the Lakers taking on the OKC Thunder. There's a slam dunk by Wembanyama. They'll take on the Oklahoma City Thunder, the top seeded defending NBA champions. Thunder, you see LeBron James coming around. So the Lakers in that IRL series, by the time this comes out, we'll be within a few hours from game number 1 of that series. That's a miss by Doncic as Wembanyama grabbing the rebound. And speaking of the Timberwolves, which is the Spurs' real-life opponent, the Lakers played the Spurs, actually. As you see, there's the Aaron Fox for 3. That's in there. And the Spurs are on top again as we're over halfway through the first quarter here, 17-15. The Lakers defeated the Timberwolves in the season playthrough in the regular season in the 4-5 matchup. As you see, Hachimura will shoot the 3. That's no good. Tipped in. Vassell coming down with the rebound. Over to De'Aaron Fox. Fox back over to Sohan. Got 9 on the shot clock. Sohan puts the bucket up, no good. DeAndre Ayton grabbing the rebound. Luka Doncic. Austin Reeves, I know, is out of the lineup for this game for the Lakers. He could, depending on how far this series goes, you see Ayton with the bucket, or Doncic with the bucket. We saw he averaged 20.8 points a game. You see, look at his first round stats there for the playoffs. Tied at 17. Wemby fishes it over to Fox. 5 on the shot clock. Fox feed it over to Castle. He'll shoot the 3. That's going to be tipped out of bounds. Spurs ball still. Well, our first set of substitutions is Keldon Johnson coming into the lineup to start. Coming into the lineup. He'll be in for Vassell, and for the Lakers, we have Vanderbilt coming in for Hachimura. 4.5 to play in the first quarter. 10 on the shot clock. Tied at 17. De'Aaron Fox holding on to it. He'll feed it over to Sohan. Sohan will shoot the 3. No good. LeBron James grabbing the rebound. James feeding it over to Doncic. He'll shoot the 3. No good. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. Got some more slew of players who want to check back into the game. Johnson will shoot the 3. Good! Keldon Johnson's first points of the game. Keldon Johnson averaged only 5.4 points per game during that 7-game series against the Clippers. Feed it over to Luka Doncic. Doncic coming around with the layup. That's good. We see De'Aaron Fox crossing the half-court line here. 3.5 to play in the first. 20-19. The Spurs are on top. Victor Wembanyama. See Harrison Barnes waiting to check into the game for the San Antonio Spurs. 5 on the shot clock. Wemby will shoot the 3 off the back iron. Doncic with the rebound. Doncic will feed it over to Jared Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt back to LeBron. He'll shoot the 2, and no good. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound here. Under 3 to play here in the first quarter. Game 1 of the Western Conference Semifinal series. Lakers, Spurs. Over to Wembanyama. He'll put the shot up. That's good. And a lead up to 3 once again. Timeout, Lakers. We're going to take one as well with 2:33 to play in the first. The Spurs leading at 22-19. Back here in Los Angeles, 2:33 to play in the first. We look at the substitutions. Barnes will move the power forward. Luke Cornett will check into the game. Yeah, Barnes and Cornett, I should say, check into the game. And then we got Vincent Necht, LaRavia, Vanderbilt, and Jackson Hayes. That will be the lineup set for the Lakers here as they come out of the timeout. Jackson Hayes over to Dalton Necht. Feeding it over to Gabe Vincent. As I said, Austin Reeves is out. I know he came back in real life. He was injured in real life as well as here in the season playthrough university. See Jarrett Vanderbilt shooting a three. That's no good. De'Aaron Fox grabbing a rebound. Fox coming around. He went coast to coast with the slam dunk. And the lead is up to 5 for the Spurs. That's their largest lead as you look at the playoffs averages for De'Aaron Fox. Hayes feeding it over to Dalton Necht. Necht will shoot. That's inside. Yes. They say it's a two-pointer, and the lead is down to 3 again for the Spurs. Castle crossing the half-court line right now. Feeds it over to Luke Cornett. Cornett back over to Fox. Fox will shoot the 2. That is no good. Dalton Necht grabbing the rebound. Feeds it back over to Gabe Vincent. At 14 on the shot clock, back over to Jarrett Vanderbilt. He'll shoot the 2. That's no good. Johnson grabbing a rebound. Here the defense chance here. 70 seconds to play here in the first. 15 on the shot clock. 24-21 Spurs on top. Fox feeding it over to Cornett, I should say. Cornett will get the bucket there. 11-21 for the Spurs. 9-19 for the Lakers. There's a big pass right there to Jackson Hayes with the slam dunk. 55.5 to play in the first. .15 on the shot clock. Give it over to Cornett. Cornett feeds it over to Fox. Fox, he's going to go to the line and count it as Gabe Vincent called for his first personal foul, first team foul. That's 12 points for De'Aaron already as Lindy Waters III checking in. Luka Doncic is going to check back into the game here with the final 40 seconds. And De'Aaron Fox, that's 13 for him in this first quarter. 29-23. Largest lead for the Spurs right now. Over to Gabe Vincent. Vincent feeding it over to Hayes. Hayes coming around with the bucket. That's good. Four-point lead. Fox. That shot is good. That's 15 for him. 6 of 8 shooting and 2 assists already for him here. Shot clock turned off here. 7 on the shot clock. Hayes with the slam dunk. Luke Cornett over to Fox. Fox. He'll shoot the 2. That is good. No, that's a 3 actually, they said. That is good. That is 18 points for De'Aaron Fox here. And we head to the end of the first quarter where the Spurs are leading it 34-27. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. I hope you like what you watch. If you do, hit the like button, comment, and if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back to start the second quarter. Get ready to start the second quarter here. As you see, Jackson Hayes will inbound it to Gabe Vincent. Got Jarrett Vanderbilt, Luka Doncic, and Dalton Necht also out on the court. That's the lineup set there. You got Barnes, Lindy Waters III, Luke Cornett, Stephon Castle. They see Jackson Hayes also with that slam dunk. That's 8 points for him already. So as I said, you got Doncic, Gabe Vincent, Jackson Hayes, Dalton Necht, and Gabe Vincent out there, or no, Jarrett Vanderbilt. As I believe that's Waters that had the 3 there, and the lead is up to 8. They're largest for the Spurs right now. Largest lead for the Lakers, I believe, was 3. You see Jarrett Vanderbilt will get the offensive rebound and put in. And a lead down to 6. See, De'Aaron Fox had 18 points in that first quarter, led the way. Counted for just a little under half the points scored. At this point, feed it over to Waters. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Gabe Vincent grabbing a rebound. You see Waters at 2.9 points, and there's the 3 right there. I believe that's Luka with the 3, and the lead down to 3 now. But Cornette's going to come around with the slam dunk, and the lead is up to 5 again. The Spurs, 11 assists so far in this game. They had 26.1 assists during the regular season. We look at that average there. They were 3rd in the first round in the playoffs so far with 31.3. You see Doncic coming around. That's no good. Lindy Waters grabbing a rebound. Here's the defense. There's a shot by Castle. No good. Vanderbilt grabbing the rebound. Doncic with it. Baseball pass over to Vincent. Back over to Doncic now. 10 on the shot clock. Doncic and Waters, the matchup right now. Leading back over the neck. Over to Jackson Hayes. 3 on the shot clock. Over to Vanderbilt. Necht will have it now. That's off the back iron. Lindy Waters, the 3rd, grabbing the rebound. Feeds it over to Johnson. Johnson coming around the layup. That is no good. And Johnson will get the offensive rebound. Barnes has it. He'll pass it over to Castle. 10 on the shot clock. Feed it over to Waters for the 3. No good. Jarrett Vanderbilt with the rebound. Gabe Vincent coming around, feeding it over to Doncic. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Castle grabbing a rebound. 7 points for Luka, only on 3 of 10 shooting. 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. You see Lindy Waters, 13 on the shot clock. He'll shoot the 2. That's in there. Lindy Waters, the 3rd. He has 5 points already, I believe, in this game. Well, more than his average. We'll have our first timeout of the second quarter here. 8:35 to play in the second. The Spurs leading at 41-34. We'll be back. Coming out of the timeout here, we look at we're not going to look at lineup set here. We look at the league leaders during the regular season. You got LeBron and Luka at number 2 and number 3 for assists a game. As we got 8:35 to play until halftime. The game coming to you from the Crypto.com arena. Keldon Johnson out there. I think De'Aaron Fox is back out on the court. There's a shot by Doncic. That's no good. That is tipped. Doncic will get the offensive rebound. Necht with it. 10 on the shot clock. Feeding it over to LeBron James. LeBron over to Vanderbilt. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Cornette with the rebound. So we got Cornette, Vassell, Fox, Castle, and Keldon Johnson out on the court. Castle with the layup, and the lead is up to 9, their largest lead of the game. Then we got Hayes, Doncic, Necht, LeBron, and I think that's Vanderbilt out there. LeBron for 3, no good. De'Aaron Fox grabbing a rebound. Feeding it over to Vassell. Vassell coming around with the assist. That's in there for the layup. That's good. De'Aaron Fox with the assist. 16 rebounds for the you see Vanderbilt for no good. That's 17 rebounds now for the Spurs, and they average 53.7 rebounds a game. We see Jackson Hayes coming with the steal. Doncic will shoot the 3, and that's no good, and Cornette will grab the rebound there. Both the Lakers and the Spurs both had 53.7 rebounds per game on average in their first round series. So they are tied. You see, there's a 3-point attempt. That's no good. Jackson Hayes grabbing a rebound. So they are both tied for 4th amongst the playoff teams. As you see, that's an 11-point lead for the Spurs. Keldon Johnson with the rebound there. Johnson holding on to it right now. 14 on the shot clock. Back over to Fox here. 10 on the shot clock. Defense chance here. They need to do something. Fox over to Vassell, or Castle, I should say. Castle, 2-pointer. Look at that. 20 of 35 for the Spurs, 15 of 35 for the Lakers right now. Spurs leading it by 13. Timeout by the Lakers here. 6:07 to play in the second. We'll be back. A 13-point lead for the Spurs. Looking at the lineup coming out of timeout here. Wembanyama checking back in for the Spurs and for the Lakers. How's their lineup set going to look? Doncic, and we got Thomas, James, Hachimura, and Ayton. So the starting five out there for the Lakers. I believe it's the starting. No, Johnson and Sohan actually got the start. So Johnson's still out there for the Spurs. Doncic will shoot the three. No good. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. Wembanyama had a league playoff record with 28 rebounds. You see the rebound edge 20-15 in favor of the Spurs. Hit it over to Castle. He'll shoot the three. No good. James will grab the rebound. Cat Wembanyama, as I said, game 3 against the Clippers had 28 rebounds. That would be in real life a league playoff record. Ayton fishing it over to Thomas, and he's fouled. Vassell called for his first personal foul, first team foul, as is Cameron Thomas is going to go to the line shooting three. Thomas has 5 points already in this game. 3 shots for Thomas. He'll make the first one as Harrison Barnes checking into the game. Castle going to go to the bench. He'll make the second one. Oh, man, I love this man. Gotta love playoff basketball right now. 7-4 Thomas already. As you can see there for the Spurs, you see De'Aaron Fox has 18 points on that scoreboard. Thomas with 8 as he sinks all 3 free throws. Fox feeding it over to Johnson. Johnson back over to De'Aaron Fox. 5:10 to play. Fox coming around. He'll dish it over to Vassell. He'll shoot the three. That is no good. Doncic getting the rebound. Feeding it over to LeBron James. James still holding on. He's coming back inside now. Feeds it back over to Doncic. He'll shoot the three. That's no good. De'Aaron Fox coming down with the rebound. Johnson with it. He'll shoot the 2, and that's no good. DeAndre Ayton coming down with the rebound. This is game 1 of the Western Conference Semifinals series between the Spurs. As there's a 3 right there, Thomas, and that is 10 points, or no, 11 points for him already in this game, and the lead down to 7. 4:05 to play. See Fox for 3, no good. James will grab the rebound. LeBron coming around, feeds it over to Hachimura. He'll shoot the 3. That's in there. That's a 9-0 run, and the Lakers are within 4 here. Under 4 to play until halftime. De'Aaron Fox holding on to this one right now. 16 on the shot clock. 10 on the shot clock. Fox. Feeding it over. He's going to come around with a layup opportunity. No good. Doncic. But Fox is going to come down with it again. Doncic is limping. 20 points for him. But we have a timeout called. You saw Luka limping there. We're going to take one as well. 3:19 to play until halftime. Spurs on top by 6. Let's look at the lineup set coming out of timeout right now. 3:19 to play. We got Fox, Waters the third, Vassell, Barnes, and Wembanyama. And for the Lakers, I know Doncic is going to take a seat. Yep, Gabe Vincent coming in. Very be interesting here. Anybody that still knows how to get through to where I can get these players to miss. As you see LeBron James, that's I don't know if that's a layup or that would be considered alley-oop. I don't know what it is, but either way, the bucket counts. So we got 3 minutes of play until halftime. 49-45. Spurs on top. Vassell coming around. That jumper's good. Lead up to 6 again. Gabe Vincent crossing the half-court line. Got 15 on the shot clock. Feeding it over to LeBron James. James, he'll shoot. I believe he's inside. No good. Lindy Waters the third. Got 2.5 minutes to play here. James, 2.5 minutes to play until halftime. James with 10 points on 4-7 shooting, but you see Wembayama with the slam dunk there and the lead up to 8 again. Led by as many as 13. DeAndre Ayton with the slam dunk. Fox issuing it over to Wembayama, back over to Waters. 2 to play until halftime. Vassell shooting a 3. That's in there. Lead up to 9 for the Spurs. LeBron James crossing the half-court line. 15 on the shot clock. Thomas coming around with a layup. That's good. I believe that's 13 for him. Dalton Knecht on the scorers table right now. Fox. Fishing over to Barnes. He'll shoot the 3. That's in there, and the lead up to 10 again. Harry Barnes with a 3-pointer. 59-49. 75 seconds to play until halftime. Gabe Vincent for 3. No good. Wembayama grabbing a rebound. Shoot over to Fox. Back over to Barnes. Feeding it over to Fox again. A minute to play until halftime. Fox will shoot the 2. No good. DeAndre Ayton grabbing a rebound. De'Aaron Fox, 20 points in this first half. Only has 2 in the second quarter, though. But Wembayama, he's going to go to the line and count it. LeBron being called for the foul there. Let's see here. Dalton Knecht coming back into the game. Same with Jeremy Sohan and Stephon Castle. Cameron Thomas will move the point guard with Dalton Knecht going to shooting guard. Got 43.6 seconds to play. And the lead is up to 13 again. That was their largest lead at one point here in the second quarter. James coming around, feed it over to DeAndre Ayton with the slam dunk. The lead down to 11 again. Wembayama, he's crossing the half-court line. 14 on the shot clock. Here to Fox. Fox feeding it over to Sohan. He'll shoot the 3. No good. Ayton giving the rebound. Shot clock turned off. LeBron James. He's coming around. That is good. LeBron James cutting the lead to 9. Or deficit to 9, as that's going to be no good anyway. And we are at the end of the first half here, where the 8th-seeded San Antonio Spurs leading the Lakers 62-53. I hope you like what you see so far. If you do, please leave a like, comment on this video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new to this channel. And with that, I am Vinny from vdubproductions. We are going to send it to halftime. We'll see you guys in the second half. We are back here at Crypto.com Arena here. The Spurs leading the Lakers 62-53. And you see De'Aaron Fox all smiles, and why not? He's had a good first half here. He has 20 points, though 18 of those did come in that first quarter. But he was on the bench for a good part of that second quarter here. And let's see here. Doncic, you see that icon. I'm going to try to find a way to see if I can pass that override by NBA2K here. Doncic, 5 on the shot clock. He's coming around. That layup is good. And that's a 6-0 run by the Lakers dating back to the end of the first half. You see the Lakers at 49%. The Spurs at 54%. Wemby coming around the layup. That's good. Lead up to 9 again. That's 13 for Wembayama. Doncic coming around with a half-court line there. 15 on the shot clock. Over to LeBron James. James. Getting it over to Hachimura. Hachimura will miss that one. Vassell coming with the rebound. Feeding it over to Castle. Feeds it back over to Wembayama. Wemby. 13 points back over to Castle. 3 on the shot clock. Castle will shoot the 2. No good. James coming with the rebound there. LeBron James coming around with the layup. That's good. And the Laker deficit down to 7. That's 12. LeBron at 12 points. That's 14 for him now. There's a defense chance here. De'Aaron coming around, back over to Castle. He'll shoot the 3. That's good. The lead is up to 10 once again for the Spurs. Their largest lead was 13 in the first half and 2 different occasions. James will shoot the 3. No good. Sohan grabbing a rebound. Feeds it over to Stephon Castle. Feeds it back over to Sohan. Sohan back to Fox. Fox, he'll shoot the 3. No good. Thomas with the rebound. Feeds it over to Hachimura. Back over to LeBron. LeBron feeds it over to Thomas. Thomas over to James. LeBron James feeding it over to Thomas. Thomas will shoot the 3. That's in there. Cameron Thomas. I believe that's 16 for him in this game. And the lead down to 7 for the Spurs. Fox wants to try to get going here. He'll shoot it to Castle. Castle will shoot the 3. So Fox will get the assist there. And the lead up to 10 again here. Over 3 minutes into the third quarter. 70-60, the Spurs on top. Game 1 of the Western Conference Semifinals series. The Spurs are looking to try to make it 2 in a row in the LA area. Wembayama getting the rebound there. Tell you what, it was a lot closer game, I'll tell you that, at this point of the stage than it was in Game 7 against the Clippers. Sohan, 5 on the shot clock. Coming around, feeds it over to Wembayama. Wembayama with the slam dunk. Wemby is having himself a solid game too, and the Spurs lead up to 12 again. Got 15 on the shot clock. 4 minutes into the third quarter, LeBron James, that will not fall in, I should say. Vassell got the rebound. Sohan with it. Feeds it over to De'Aaron Fox. Fox over to Wemby. He'll shoot the 3. That'll miss. Cameron Thomas grabbing a rebound. Over to Luka. Luka with it, and that's no good. Devin Vassell grabbing the rebound. Feeds it over to Castle. Castle coming around with the layup opportunity. That's no good. LeBron James grabbing the rebound. Over to Thomas. Cameron Thomas to Doncic. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Sohan with the rebound. Go to Wemby. Wemby with the bucket, and he's going to go to the line shooting 1 for an and 1 opportunity. JJ Redick not happy with that right now. Wembayama with 17 points in the game. Look at the scoring breakdown. 10 3-pointers made by the Spurs. 53 points off of assists. And Wembanyama makes the free throw, I should say. He has 18, and the Spurs enjoying their largest lead right now, 75-60. As we're 5 minutes into the third quarter. Cameron Thomas. He's it over to Thomas. Back over to Hachimura. Hachimura will shoot the three. That's in there! Rui Hachimura, and the lead down to 12. Wemby right it over to Castle. Back over to De'Aaron Fox. Fox over to Vassell. Vassell, he'll shoot the two. That is no good. Hachimura grabbing the rebound. LeBron James. Feeds it over to Ayton. Ayton with the layup. That's good. 5 quick points and the deficit. And the Lakers within 10. Fox crossing the half-court line. Stephon Castle. So we're about the halfway point of the third quarter. Fox will miss that one. Is it in there? LeBron James feeding over to Hachimura. Hachimura with the bucket, and the Lakers within 8. Got De'Aaron Fox feeding it over to Castle. Castle will have it, and that's not going to fall in. Wow, that went in and out. There's Hachimura with the slam dunk. It's a 9-0 run by the Lakers, and the Lakers within 6. Under 5.5 to play in the third. Over to Vassell. Feeds it over to Sohan. Sohan back over to Wembanyama. 8 on the shot clock, back to Jeremy Sohan. 5 on the shot clock. Sohan feed it over to Wembanyama. He'll shoot the three. That is no good. Cameron Thomas getting the rebound. Hachimura. Back over to Doncic. Got 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it over to Doncic. He's going to come around the layup. That is good. That's an 11-0 run, and we have a timeout called by the Spurs. I believe that's the first timeout called in the second half. Spurs leading at 75-71, 4:44 to play in the third. Coming out of timeout here, 4:44 to play in the third here. We have Keldon Johnson checking into the game. And for the Lakers, let's see, we have Doncic, Neck, James, Vanderbilt, and Hayes. You see Wembanyama taking the inbound from Keldon Johnson coming out of timeout here. An 11-0 run by the Spurs, or by the Lakers, I said. Lead is down to 4 for the Spurs. They were up by as many as 15. Wembanyama. Wemby, he'll feed it over to Fox. He'll put the shot up, and Fox cannot buy a bucket right now. He's only made one shot since that, since the shot to end the first quarter. You see LeBron James, he has 16. That's a 13-0 run, and the Lakers within 2. De'Aaron Fox feeding it over to Victor Wembanyama. Fox, got 9 on the shot clock. Fox coming around. He'll put the bucket up. That's no good. Wembanyama will get the offensive rebound, and they needed that second chance points bucket there. That stops the bleeding momentarily. That puts an end to that 13-0 run and the lead up to 4 again. 3.5 to play in the third. Dalton Necht. 4 on the shot clock now. Vanderbilt make it 2 on the shot clock. Doncic has to get that shot up. That's no good. Stephon Castle grabbing the rebound. Feeds it over to Fox. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. LeBron James holding on to that right now. Feeding it over to Luka Doncic. He'll shoot the 3. No good. Wembanyama grabbing the rebound. KJ feeding it over to De'Aaron Fox. Fox, he'll shoot the 3. No good. Sohan getting the offensive rebound and the put in. And the lead up to 6 again. De'Aaron Fox has struggled since the beginning of the second quarter. I mean, he did sit throughout a good portion of that third quarter, or second quarter, but then he only made one shot. He has not made a shot since the second quarter. He's over to Vanderbilt. That is no good. Keldon Johnson getting the rebound. Feeding it over to Sohan. Sohan back over to Fox. Feeding it over to Wembayama. He'll feed it over to Stephon Castle. He'll shoot the three. No good. Wembayama getting the offensive rebound in the put up. And it's a 6-0 run by the Spurs and a lead up to 8 again. Doncic feeding it over to LeBron James. James coming around with the layup. That's 18 for him. And the Lakers within 6 again as we are 92 seconds away from ending the third quarter. Game 1 of this Western Conference Semifinals series as the Spurs will call a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. 81-75 Spurs on top. Coming out of the timeout here, let's look at the lineup set for the Spurs. Here we got Castle, Waters III, Johnson, Barnes, and Cornette. And for the Lakers, let's see here. We have Gabe Vincent checking into the game now for Luka. 88 seconds left to the third quarter. We got Castle. Stephon Castle back over to Luke Cornette. Feeding it over to Johnson. In there, Johnson. He'll shoot the three. That is no good. Jackson Hayes grabbing a rebound. To Gabe Vincent crossing the half-court line. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. LeBron James for three. I think that's 21 for him. 81-78. Spurs on top. An extended 18-6 run by the Lakers. Feed it over to Barnes. Pass it over to Johnson. Castle with it again, being guarded by Gabe Vincent. Castle put the shot up. That's in there. Whoa! LeBron James crossing the half-court line. 30 seconds to play in the third. Feeds it over to Jarrett Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, he'll shoot the three. That's no good. James will come around with the slam dunk off the offensive rebound. Lead down to 4. Castle. Shot clock turned off. Coming around. Over to Harrison Barnes here. They're going to just probably hold on to it. You see Barnes will shoot the three. No good. Dalton Knecht will have the rebound, and that will do it. We are at the end of the third quarter here. The San Antonio Spurs leading at 84-80. They were up by as many as 15. The Lakers cut it to within 2, but it's a 4-point lead at the end of 3. If you like what you see, hit the like, comment, subscribe to this channel. We'll start the fourth quarter right after this. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here. We start off with the State Farm assist of the game, and that will go to Jeremy Sohan. I believe that was an and one opportunity by Victor Wembanyama on that shot. State Farm, a proud sponsor of NBA2K26. As we see, Johnson will inbound it to Fox. So it is Johnson, Fox, Vassell, Barnes, and Cornette. That's the lineup set. Cornette will come with the bucket, and that's how you start the fourth quarter there. Fox will get the assist. We see Jackson Hayes dishing it out over to Doncic, as well as we have Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent. There's a three! And I think that's Dalton Knecht out on the court as well. So that, I think we might have the lineup sets. Lead down to 3 now. Fox coming around with a layup, and that's going to fall in. He needed that. That's 22 for him in this game. First bucket of the second half. He's only made 2 shots from the field since he hit that three-pointer to end the first quarter. So he's been struggling since the second quarter on. As Gabe Vincent almost lost it, but he was able to recover it, and he'll get the bucket. We got one more game coming up after this to start off, and then we'll have all series that have completed, that will have started their first games in this conference semifinals, and that will be game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals featuring the 8-seeded Detroit Pistons and the number 4 seed Milwaukee Bucks. That one coming to you from Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee. in the next video. Doncic will shoot the three. That is no good. De'Aaron Fox grabbing a rebound there. Feeds it back over to, I think that's Vassell. That's in there. That's a two-pointer there for him, and a lead up to 5 again. 75-60 was the largest lead for the Spurs. So it's been a 25-15 run. Extended 25-15 run. You see Dalton next with 3. And the lead down to 2. 9:30 to play in the fourth. 90-88. The Spurs on top. Fox, he'll shoot the 3. No good. Jarrett Vanderbilt grabbing a rebound. Luka Doncic. Hitting it back over to Dalton Knecht. Knecht coming around. Back over to Luka. He'll shoot the 2. We are tied at 90. Luka Doncic with 16 points despite playing injured. De'Aaron Fox feeding it over to Devin Vassell. He'll shoot the 3. No good. Jackson Hayes grabbing a rebound. Chance for the Lakers to retake the lead for the first time since the first quarter. Their largest lead, I believe, was only 3 points in the game. Doncic, he'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Barnes will grab the rebound here. Feeding it over to De'Aaron Fox. He'll get the layup. He needed that one. That's 24 for him. And the Spurs retake the lead, 92-90. LeBron waiting to check back into the game for the Lakers. It's a 92-90. Doncic. That bucket is good, and we are tied at 92. That's 18 for him. Spurs 39-79. The Lakers 39-75 here. 4 minutes into the fourth quarter. We are tied at 92. De'Aaron Fox coming around. 10 on the shot clock. Fox with the layup. That's good. 26 for him. 6 of those here in the fourth quarter. Had no points in the third quarter. Gabe Vincent coming around, feeding it over to Doncic. Doncic, there's Jackson Hayes with the alley-oop slam dunk, and we are tied at 94. Timeout Spurs, 7:25 to play in the fourth. We're going to take a timeout. We are tied at 94. Coming on a timeout here, 7:25 to play in the fourth. Castle will check into the game. Sohan and Wembayama checking back into the game. And for the Lakers, let's see here. We got Doncic necked. Oh my gosh. I hate when they go by here. So let's see. Ali LaForce is reporting. Wembayama. That shot is up. That is no good. Doncic with the rebound. Feeds it over to LeBron James. And that's stolen by Keldon Johnson. Feeds it over to Castle. Over 5 minutes into the fourth quarter. We got 12 on the shot clock. Jeremy Sohan feeds it over to Castle. Castle, he'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Jackson Hayes grabbing a rebound. Tied at 94. Over to Dalton Knecht. Feeds it over to Doncic. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Wembayama grabbing a rebound. Castle feeds it over to Sohan. Sohan feeds it over to Castle. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. LeBron James grabbing a rebound. Dish it over to Doncic. 15 on the shot clock. Doncic. That shot is up. No good. Vassell grabbing a rebound. Lakers have tied it a few times. Have not been able to retake the lead yet. Over halfway through the fourth quarter, Wembayama with the slam dunk, and the Spurs are on top once again, 96-94. $15 on the shot clock, feeding it over to Hayes, back over to Dalton Knecht, over to Jarrett Vanderbilt, feeding it over to Doncic. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good off the back iron. Wembayama grabbing a rebound. 5.5 to play in the fourth. Castle coming around. That bucket is no good. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Knecht. He has it. LeBron James feeding it over to Doncic. Doncic will shoot the 3. That's in there. Luka Doncic with 21 points, and the Lakers take the lead. That's our first lead of the second half, 97-96. Wemby, 5 minutes to play. Vassell will shoot the three. That is no good. Doncic grabbing a rebound. Doncic over to LeBron. LeBron, he'll put the shot up. That's going to fall in. It's a 3-point lead for the Lakers, matching their largest. Doncic got the assist there. Feeding it over to Wembanyama. Wemby. Feeding it over to Stephon Castle. Over to Sohan. Sohan for three. That's going to fall out. Doncic grabbing the rebound. Feeds it over to Dalton Knecht. Over to Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt is rejected by Wembanyama. He did not see Victor Wembanyama behind him. Feed it over to Castle. Back over to Johnson. 4 minutes to play. Vassell will shoot the three. No good. Luka Doncic. He has it right now. 3-point lead for the Lakers. Feeding it over to LeBron James. He's going to come around. Layup. That is good. That's a 7-0 run by the Lakers. That's their largest lead. It's 101-96. Castle. No timeout called. 3.5 to play here. 15 on the shot clock. Vassell will shoot the three. That's no good. Jackson Hayes grabbing a rebound. LeBron James feeding it over to Doncic. He'll shoot the three. No good. But LeBron will get the offensive rebound over to Knecht. That's no good. Keldon Johnson grabbing the rebound. $15 on the shot clock. Castle, he'll shoot the three. No good. Wembanyama getting the slam dunk off the offensive rebound. And that'll put an end to that 7-0 run. Spurs within 3. Timeout, Lakers. We're going to take one as well. 2:50 to play in the fourth. 101-98, Lakers on top. Under 3 minutes of play in the fourth, we look at the lineup set coming out of timeout. Fox, Castle, Vassell, Sohan, and Wembanyama. And for the Lakers, Luka Doncic is still in there, followed by Thomas, James, Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton. That is the lineup set for both teams. I believe that's the starting 5 for both sides. Doncic got 15 on the shot clock. Luka. And, LeBron misses that slam dunk. Vassell will come down with it. Vassell feeding it over to Fox. That's no good. Hachimura grabbing the rebound. 2.5 to play in the fourth. Feeds it over to LeBron. LeBron with the bucket and a layup. And the lead is up to 5 again. Half court. Feeds it over. Wembanyama with the slam dunk. It's 103-100. 2:05 to play. You see Spurs 43-93. The Lakers 44-87. Cameron Thomas over to Luka Doncic. 10 on the shot clock. Doncic for three. Wembanyama. Vassell. Back over to Sohan. Fish it over to Fox. Fox feeding it over to Wembanyama. Wemby over to Fox. He'll shoot the two. No good. DeAndre Ayton will get the rebound. 1:25 to play in the fourth. LeBron, he did step in the backcourt violation. I was getting ready to say he was dangerously close. As we look at the Wembanyama swat again, Cameron Thomas did not know that Wembanyama was right behind him. De'Aaron Fox. Going over to Fox, coming around, and he's going to go to the line, shooting two. Doncic, that's his first personal foul, first team foul. Got a minute 10 left to play. 2 huge free throws coming up for the Spurs. I believe Fox is at 26 points. And he will make the first one, so I think that's 27 for him. And all 7 of these points, yeah, that's 27 for him. He scored 7 points in the second half. All 7 of them here in the fourth quarter. Make that 28. Spurs within 1. Minute 5 left in the fourth. LeBron coming around. And he's rejected by Wembanyama, and Fox comes down with it. Sohan, chance to retake the lead. Over to Fox. He'll shoot the 3. No good. Hachimura. They don't need the foul just yet. They're only down by 1. Luka. Feed it over to James. He'll shoot the 3. That's in there. Timeout, Spurs. Huge three-pointer by LeBron James. I think that's 32 for him. We're going to take a timeout with 37.8 to play in the fourth. We are coming out of timeout here. 37.8 to play in the fourth quarter. Lakers up by 4 right after that clutch 3 by LeBron James. 4-point lead here. Sohan feeds it back over to De'Aaron Fox. Fox feeds it over to Castle. He'll shoot. That's in there. That's only 2 points by Stephon Castle. 30.5 to play. They might have to start fouling here. They don't. LeBron feeds it over to Cameron Thomas. Not sure why they're not fouling yet. Hachimura with it. I think smart wisdom would say you foul. You probably should have fouled 20 seconds ago, but that's not going to matter right now as Wembanyama will get the rebound off the miss. Timeout, Spurs. We're going to take one more as well. 10.5 to play in the fourth. Coming out of timeout here, 10.5 to play in the fourth. We have yet to have an overtime game, but that could happen. 106-104. The Spurs were up by as many as 15 in the third quarter. Lakers chipped away. They're up by 2 now. They're led by as many as 5. Fox holding on to it right now. Fox coming around. Layup. No good. Doncic will get the rebound, and there's a foul called against De'Aaron Fox, and we'll have another timeout, this time by the Lakers. 0.2 to play in the fourth. Not sure why they even called a timeout there with 0.2 left. They're going to go to the line and ice this game anyway. See LeBron with a triple-double in the game. No, and that will do it. The Lakers will come back from behind and will take game 1 of the series, 106-104. They lead this best-of-7 series 1-0 after trailing by as many as 15 in that third quarter. And one would think that LeBron James, as you see him being interviewed by Ali LaForce, will get player of the game with this triple-double, as you saw on that scoreboard. And I do want to say sorry for the inaccuracy. I thought they were going to go to the line, but I still thought the timeout was useless, though. And as no surprise, LeBron James getting player of the game. We'll be back in a second for the post-game player statistics coming up. Post-game player statistics brought to you by 2K Sports. We see LeBron James, player of the game, 32 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. Luka Doncic, a double-double himself, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, close to a triple-double for him. Kind of want to see the extent of his injury. Cameron Thomas with 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Rui Hachimura, 12 points, 3 rebounds, followed by Jackson Hayes off the bench, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal. DeAndre Ayton with 6 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Dalton Knecht, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Jarrett Vanderbilt, 2.6 rebounds and 1 assist, followed by Gabe Vincent with 2 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. Jake LaRavia, no stats in 2 minutes of play. Then we got Maxi Kleber, Adao Thiero, and Bronny James Jr. did not play for the LA Lakers. And now for the the San Antonio Spurs, and one's gonna ask, how did this game get away from them? Part of the reason was that De'Aaron Fox struggled in that third quarter, not getting any points. He had 28 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists, and a steal. Yes, he had a double-double, but 18 of those came in the first quarter. He only had 2 in the second, none in the third, and had 8 in the fourth. Some would wonder if a couple of those shots would have fell in, how different would this game been? Then we got Victor Wembanyama with 28 points, 16 rebounds, 1 assist. Stephon Castle with 18 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Vassell had 9.7 rebounds, 1 assist. Luke Cornett, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Then we got Lindy Waters with 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Jeremy Sohan, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Keldon Johnson, 3 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Harrison Barnes, 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Kelly Olynyk, Carter Bryant, Julian Champagnie, and Jordan McLaughlin did not play for the San Antonio Spurs, and that will do it for your post-game player statistics. And we are back in the Eastern Conference, as I mentioned in our next video, the last series of the second round to tip off. We have game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinal series between the 8-seeded Detroit Pistons and the number 5 seed Milwaukee Bucks. The Pistons upset the Knicks 4-3 in a 1-8 upset, making sure that both the 8 seeds in these NBA playoffs are on the next round. The Bucks defeated the Pacers in a big way, winning in 5 games. Lost the first game at home, but then did not waste any time after that, winning the next 4 to move on to the next round. I don't think the Bucks expected to be starting this series with home court advantage either. So we got the Pistons Bucks game 1. Be there or be squared. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment on this video, and if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do drop. As I am looking to try to get these games as much as I can, as we're getting ready to start the second round of the NBA playoffs, or we're actually in the middle of the second round of the IRL playoffs. I want to try to get these out before the end of the second round, so that way I want to try to beat the actual calendar here, if I can actually stay on focus. But we will see a conclusion of this regardless. And with that, I want to remind everybody the final score of the game. The Los Angeles Lakers come back from 15 down in the third quarter. They hold off the San Antonio Spurs 106-104, leading this best-of-7 series 1-0. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.